Welcome to this next video. Now this is a continuation of question 1. In the previous video we have seen that sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to a 1. And don't forget, we said 1 over cos is equal to sec. So 1 over sine is equal to cosec theta. We learned that. And 1 over cot is equal to tan theta. So in proving B and C, there is something we need to learn. Another identity we are learning today before we go to the other one is sine. Sorry, tan. Now tan of an angle is the same as sine theta over cos theta. We can show this. Sine over cos is tan. But remember, 1 over tan is equal to cot theta. Therefore, cot theta is the reciprocal of tan. So from here, cot theta is cos theta over sine theta. So this is also an important. These two are very important. So we need this to derive or to prove these two identities. So members, let us go to part B. Part B, we need to show that 1 plus tan squared theta is equal to sec squared theta. So we are going to use this information. You need to memorize this information. So then when we talk about 1 plus tan squared equal to sec squared theta, we have to start from this identity. That is, since we proved that sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equal to 1. So what I'm going to do, since it is a tan, here I'm going to divide with a sine, because sine over cos is tan. So when I divide by cos, I have to divide by a cos squared, because when I divide by cos squared, on both sides, I'll create the sine squared over cos squared. So this will be sine squared theta over cos squared theta plus, now when we divide this with cos squared, it is a 1, and when I divide this, I get 1 over cos squared theta. So now I want you to see that this is sine over cos, but these are squared. So this left hand side can be written as 1 plus, then this is sine theta over cos theta, but squared, equal to 1 over cos theta also squared. And put this bracket and this. Now this is the 1 plus sine over cos is a tan, so we write tan. We put this 2 before the angle. That is how we write it. We don't put the 2 on the square on the theta. So this will be, now 1 over cos, I said it is sec, but it is squared, so I put a 2 there, then the angle. Please don't write it this way. Don't say sec theta squared. We don't do it this way. Maybe when you put a bracket, but the best way to write it is when we say sec squared theta. That's how we read it. Okay, hope you that is okay. Now let us go to C. Remember, I divided with the cos squared here because I wanted to get a sine over cos, which gives me a tan. And here there is a tan squared. Now what am I going to do in the third part? The third part I will divide with the sine. So here what I'm going to do is to divide by a sine squared theta. Now when I divide by sine squared theta, this first term will be 1. Then this is going to be cos squared over sine squared. So it is cos theta over sine theta. But this is squared, because we have cos squared and we have divided with sine squared, equal to 1 over sine squared. So let me write sine, then I will put a 2 out. So this is cos over sine, the reciprocal of tan, because tan is sine over cos. Now the reciprocal of tan is cot. So this is going to be cot, but it is squared, so I put a 2 there, then the angle. Then 1 over sine is the reciprocal of cosec. So this is cosec. Cosec is 1 over sine. So this is going to be cosec, but you put a square there, theta, and it is proved. So question 1 is done. So you need to memorize this. We are going to use them in so many questions in trigonometry, even in other fields, and the subject in physics, somewhere, any science subject, you can come across this identity. Or this one here, when you talk about mechanics, you may find this. All fields of science, most of them will need the knowledge of trigonometry. So you need to practice them, you need to memorize many of them, and you need to know how to derive them. Thank you. So let us go to question 2.